Hello people, welcome to Choco Millionaire. In this video, I will be discussing or going through a data that just came out revealing how many international students who got study permits and came to Canada but sought asylum. All right, so just give me one moment here as I pull this up. All right, so I have the data here. This was published about 6 days ago, so I'm reading it as well in the Toronto Star. Okay, so you can see here, that is a headline right here. More international students are seeking asylum in Canada, numbers reveal. So I will be going through the number, and I'll also be going through the one on the screen right there. So the number of international students who seek asylum in Canada has more than doubled in the past 5 years. That is from 2018, according to the government data obtained under an access to information request. All right. Before we go into more details, I'd like to state that I'm not an immigration expert, not a lawyer, not an immigration consultant. Whatever information I'm sharing is information that you can also find publicly online. I'm only running my personal opinion on this, so make sure you do not take my opinion here as information coming from an expert here on immigration. All right? Okay, thank you there. The number of refugee claims made by study permits holders has gone up by 2.7 times to 4,880 cases. Last year, from 1,835 in 2018, as the international student population also surged by approximately 1.4 times to 807,750. All right, and that is a number that went up from 567,065 in the same period. Over the 5 years, a total of 15,935 international students filed refugee claims in the country, which is Canada. While less than 1% of the international students ended up seeking protection in Canada, the annual rate of study permit holders seeking asylum doubled from 0.3% to 0.6% between 2018 and 2022. Critics say the increase is a reflection of the global displacement trends as a result of wars, conflicts, and violence in recent years, as well as of Canada's failure to respond to the global refugee crisis through resettlement efforts. The United Nations Refugee Agency has reported that the number of people displaced worldwide has gone up from 70 million to 108.4 million, which is a historic level high over the same period. What's happening? This is a quote, by the way. What's happening is just that there is overall mass displacement, and people who are arriving in a country in the international student program are becoming refugees while they are here, said Hussein Said, Executive Director of Migrant Workers Alliance for Change. All right. We've never met anybody who came to the country with the aim of becoming a refugee claimant, trying to fool the system there, because it is just easier to come on a tourist visa. Canada's fast-growing international student program has been in the spotlight and the post-secondary education sector. All right, so that is it there. Let me see if there is something here. So let me go through the data. The asylum data showed 8 of the top 10 post-secondary institutions where the highest refugee claimant numbers came from Ontario colleges. So 8 of the top 10 institutions where the highest number of international students who are seeking protection in Canada are from Ontario colleges. So this means that other provinces are not posting this kind of numbers like that, all right? Seneca College topped the list with a total of 695 of its international students seeking protection in Canada between 2018 and 2022, followed by Niagara College, 455 students from Niagara College sought asylum, then Centennial College, 460 students from Centennial College, and then the numbers go on, and then we have Fanshawe and all of that. The 2 universities that made the list were both outside of Ontario, and these are the Université de Québec at Trois-Rivières. That's the name of the school, Université du Québec at Trois-Rivières. It has 435 of its students between 2018 to 2023 seeking asylum. And then the second one is a university from Saskatchewan called University of Regina. It has 305 of its international students seeking asylum. Okay. All right. People may choose to make a refugee claim, but it's very hard to make a claim. It's actually costs a lot of money to do that right now. An average lawyers charge about $7,000 to make a refugee claim. That is the legal fees. That's the average legal fees, about $7,000. So it's not a get out of jail free card. You have to gather evidence. You have to retain a lawyer. But of course, there are certain people who will game the system. But I don't think it's a majority. So that's from Saeed. All right, guys. So that is it there. I'm pretty sure some of you want to see the numbers as well. So let me try and expand on this particular data that I have here so we can actually look at the numbers well. Okay. So on the screen there, what you're watching right now is a breakdown of the numbers there. The number of asylum claims made by applicants with study permits by DLI, which is Designated Learning Institution. So on the first column there, on the first row there, you are seeing the names of institutions or the Designated Learning Institutions. And then on the other four rows there, you are seeing the years and then the number of people who sought asylum. So the first one there, based on what I just read from Toronto Stars, you're seeing that Seneca College posted from 2018. Okay, Seneca College in 2018 had 55 of its international students seeking asylum. In 2019, that more than doubled to 120 international students from Seneca College. Then in 2020, it dropped by just 10 from 120 to 110 international students seeking asylum. And then it stayed pretty flat, 115 in 2021. But this 2022, it actually rose to 290, which is also more than double. So when you look at the numbers there from Seneca, in total, they have 695 international students seeking asylum. Then Niagara College also started in 2018 with just 25 students seeking asylum. And then in 2019, 95. And then you can see that by 2022, it also rose up to quite a high number there, 170. Centennial College also eventually started at 45, but then eventually rose up to 165, all right? And then we have the only university from Quebec, Université du Québec, Atra-Rivière, started off at 25 people seeking asylum, international students seeking asylum in 2018. Then the following year, 2019, 35. Then that doubled to 60 in 2020. Then 125 of them sought asylum in 2021. And then that also went up to 190. Fanshawe College is right there. We also have Humber College as well, posting about 320 students seeking asylum in total. Then we have Conestoga College as well. And then we have University Canada West in British Columbia. Then we have Sheridan College as well. And then we have Cape Breton University, a total of 250 students seeking asylum. I'm pretty sure if we take this up, we'll get to see the other colleges there as well. York University also has a total of 250 people seeking asylum in the last, from 2018 to 2022. We have University of Prince Edward Island as well, a total of 230. And then we have College La Cité, City College, also a total of 225 people. Laurentian University, and then Algonquin College in Ottawa, total of 200 of them. Now, what we can conclude from here is that this number, the number of students who are seeking asylum from the overall population of international students, just around the 1% mark as the data breakdown from Toronto Star posted, all right? So even though it is not like a number that is at a record, okay, it's not a number that we can say, oh, 30% of international students are seeking asylum, 40%, 50% and stuff like that. But it's still a trend that the IRCC is probably monitoring. And people have requested to see, there could be reasons. And I like the fact that Saeed, who happens to work with the migration group there, said that there could be a lot of reasons. A lot of reasons because we are at a time where there is record level of displacement and people have become refugees in a lot of places. So when they are here on the student program and then something happens back home, just think of it. Like somebody who is here right now just arrived, say, as an international student, and then this stuff that just happened in Gabon, right? It's not just that happening in Gabon, like with the crisis in Gabon. Most likely, some people may be worried about their families and stuff like that, and they may consider just seeking asylum here based on the situation. So things change. What I am really, really, really happy to see here is that we have not given a national breakdown to see which countries these international students are coming, so that people don't put a stereotype spin on it and say, oh, it's coming from this African country, it's coming from India, it's coming from Mexico. But obviously these people are coming from countries, right? But at least we know this is just a general breakdown and we don't know which country. So you cannot come and say that these people are coming from Ghana where I'm from. You see what I mean? No, you cannot come and say, because he didn't say they are from Ghana. We don't know. They could be from Mexico. They could be from Czech Republic. Not Czech Republic. They could be from Turkey. They could be from Syria. They could be from Gabon. They could be from even Ghana too. They could be from any other country out there. We don't know. We don't know the breakdown. That's a fact. You understand what I mean? So no stereotypes here. We just have to work with the data. We also don't know the basis of claim for the asylum. We don't know the reason they providing for seeking asylum. But what we do know is that these people have decided not to pursue the school, but rather to seek protection. Now, somebody may be wondering, is that even something legal to do? Seeking asylum is a legal thing in Canada. I'm not trying to patronize this to anyone or like just promote this to anyone there, but I just like you to know that there is nothing about seeking asylum that is illegal. In fact, if you look at the name of IRCC, which is the body that oversees Canada's immigration, what is it? IRCC, what does it stand for? I, for immigration, right? The R is for what? Ronaldo? No, it be refugee. Refugee. You see what I'm? So there is even refugee in there. So this country here has a mandate to also protect people who are fleeing danger. And you can see the government itself embark on refugee drives, especially this current government that we have, bringing in thousands of Syrian refugees, bringing in thousands of Ukrainian refugees, bringing in thousands of Afghan refugees, Somalian refugees in the past, thousands of them. So this government actually has quite a reputation on the global scene for helping asylum seekers or refugees. But what is different about this particular one is that whilst the other ones I just talked about from these countries are government-sponsored refugee programs. In other words, the government of Canada actually stepped out and embarked on this, consulted all the stakeholders involved to make sure that there is all kind of support when we bring them, the communities where they will settle and blah, 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 the support groups, the Ukrainian families here that can support or Canadian families that can support. This very one we are seeing on the screen is a different one. This one is not sponsored by government. These are people who apply for study permits with the intention to come and study. So the reason they gave the IRCC is that they come in to study a program. But then upon arrival, may have decided at some point to actually go and seek asylum. Now, is that legal? Yes, it's legal. So long as you have a valid case. You heard Mr. Said in the story here. He actually said it. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. So long as you have a valid case to put forward and defend it properly, you're good to go. I know students who have come in and then they sought asylum. In fact, the first time ever I came across, I was just a taxi driver. And I was driving somebody from St. Catharines to Fort Erie. And then it was a gentleman. I won't mention the countries where people say I'm picking on a particular country. I won't mention the country, right? And then whilst I was driving, the guy asked him, we started vibing a little bit. Oh, what's up? He said he's here for school. Which school? And then he said it's this particular college. I said, all right. But where are you going? He said he's going to a shelter. And I said, what's up with the shelter? And he said, that's where he's staying. I said, okay, are you not in a student rental or something? He said, no. And his point is that he sought asylum. And of course, he gave a reason, right? He gave a reason. He said he has a particular reason for seeking the asylum. Who am I? Who am I to judge him? That's his reason for seeking the asylum. I suspect he got it because eventually I saw him in town a couple of times, blah, 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 years later. So I suspect he got it. So it is not easy to just put in an asylum claim. The most important thing is having to gather the evidence and all of that. It's not cheap. Now, while some people may get legal services from legal aid or the government and stuff like that, and, but it is not a cheap thing too, right? It costs about 7,000 average from the data that we just read in the article that I just read. An average of $7,000 Canadian to actually retain a lawyer or to seek the services of a lawyer. They may not charge you that figure outright, but as your case proceed and stuff like that, you're going to have to figure out how to pay that. All right. Of course, that is a breakdown there. Let me know whether you saw your school there. And remember, you don't know somebody's story. Unless you know somebody's story, don't be judgmental. Oh, why are you seeking asylum, blah, blah, blah. It's none of your business. It's the government's determination to make whether this case merits some asylum protection or protection in Canada or not. All right. So don't be quick to just that and say, oh, they're from this country or they're from that country. We don't know. We don't know. All right. And now I am also not going to even be reading opinions to say, does it mean if I also apply to maybe some of these schools, I will not get a visa approval? That's not what the information in the article we read just says. It's just a right to information request that was made. And we know it is up to you to put your study permit application together and then file it. Right? Now, if I am planning to, okay, I won't talk about that. If I have a dual intention and I want to come and seek asylum and I come as a student, should I tell the IRS? I don't know. I don't know. Talk to your lawyer or talk to whoever. All I know is that study permit is to allow you to come and study. But I suspect if you tell them you're coming in to study and seek asylum, I suspect they will not approve it for you. That's my opinion. My opinion, by the way. Remember, I'm not. Okay, don't take my word for it. If you have any questions about immigration, go book an immigration consultant or an immigration lawyer and go talk to them. Me, I'm just a hustler passing opinion here. All right? Share this video and make sure you hit the like button as well. And I'll come your way with more videos like this. Peace. Have a good day. Bye.